Problem with Furbies.
What was that? What? What's that sound? Where? It's aliens and they're living in your town. Damn. They have arrived. What? They're all around. So many aliens living in your town.
Hello, weirdos out there in Weirdo Land. It's the Weird Whatever podcast. How the heck is everybody doing? Dennys, Beckett, and Vickie. We got a full load here today, everybody. And I want to wish everyone a happy International Picnic Day. Okay.
Oh, wow. Today is very hot if you were trying to go out and have a picnic.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of lost our way on picnics. No one picnics anymore.
Well, it was created to celebrate the outdoor meal tradition whose roots extend to post-French Revolution celebrations of public parkland access, formalized into the English leisure ritual of the Victorian era. So we took it from the French.
It had to be a long-standing pastime, right? There was not much to do back then.
Well, I think both in English and in the French, the parks were like hunting grounds for royalty. So like after the French Revolution, I would assume that's when picnics probably got real popular, because when they took everything over from the monarchy, that's when they were like, hey, now we can go picnic here.
We can now have picnics
Now
ourselves.
it's ours.
Yeah.
Vickie, what are your thoughts on that for a date? Picnic, date, romantic, or get me the hell out of the sun?
It's got to be the right time of year. In the summer, you're just trying to test me.
Okay, it's the summertime. I got some hot tuna sandwiches for you. And here's some milk.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
the
out.
worst picnic.
I think I'm out even if the weather's gorgeous.
I love picnics, man.
Really? You
No, with milk and
Oh, yeah. Good gosh. Ugh.
Yeah, no, drinking milk in the hot sun's rough.
Ugh. Even drinking milk at all. I feel like there's an age you get to. Milk's kind of like disgusting.
Yeah, we're the only animals that drink other animals' lactate.
Oh, gosh. I just think
Weird.
about how gross milk is.
And then you find out there's like pus in the suckers.
Yeah,
and-
it's coming out of a hot ass udder.
Yeah,
Glad it's not
gross.
National Milk Day.
It's utterly disgusting.
Well, can we move along?
See, it's catching on.
It's also National Want to Get Away Day, and here's the cool thing about that. Let's say you're in the grind, you're in a rut, you want to get out of this rut that you're in. Today's the day where you plan something. In the future, when you're able to afford it, when you're able to get it done with your vacation. But really, take today, take 20 minutes, and try to plan something cozy for yourself. It can be a staycation. It can be somewhere, it can be Italy, Beckett, or wherever you go to save the most rarest of animals that are...
Bhutan.
Yes, exactly.
I've been to Bhutan. It's great.
Of course you have.
I had a feeling.
And what rare species were you trying to save that was about to go and stay?
That was just after Everest. That was like kind of like to kind of see the culture. It's a hard to get into country. Like you
I
have
can
to
imagine.
like apply and blah blah blah. But that's like a place like I like going off the beaten path. Not like skip the touristy areas. And it's Buddhist. I hadn't really experienced like a Buddhist country. It's
There's
pretty
a big
cool.
ass monosterium out there, right?
Oh, Tiger Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
I couldn't think of the word extinct. I was distinct, extinct, distinct. And it's also International Panic Day. What is something that makes you panic, Vickie? Right off the top of the dome, no matter what happens to you, if you're in that situation, you panic.
Not having money for a bill.
Oh, yeah, that'll cause panic.
Yeah. Especially if it's like when I know I'm going to get like a really big late fee or something like that.
You get one of those $50 penalties.
Late fees really suck balls, man. I got to tell you. And that weird credit card charge they have.
So when you pay it off, they charge you $5 a month just to have it open.
Did you know that, Beckett?
And some even higher, depending on the.
No, I'm bad at checking that stuff. I downloaded that Rocket Money thing, and it freaked me out. I'm like, I'm paying for this AI $9.99 that I bought 3 years ago to do a bit. Like, I had no idea.
You got to make sure you double check where your money is going, because especially with our gig, you're right. You'll download a program because that's the new hot thing, and it's
Yeah.
supposed to, and you forget you've downloaded that.
Yeah.
What makes you panic, Beckett?
Disco.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I think I told this before. Anytime like there's disappointment, like I feel like disappointment, whether it's a client, a friend, a significant other, disappointment really will make me panic and get anxiety. Like it'll keep me up. It's like my biggest fear.
That's the chat room question number 1 of the night. Let us know in the chat room, what is the number one thing that makes you panic? Just give me one word answers. I want to see what we got here. Get clever.
It's kind of weird that picnic day is on the same day as
Panic Day. I know, it's a real mind freak.
Like, how did that line up?
Denny, what makes you panic?
When I'm unprepared for something and I get called on. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, when that initial shock of you realize, oh, I did not do that.
That happens sometimes at work. You won't be paying attention, and you'll have a live commercial, and then all of a sudden you're like daydreaming, and you don't even know it's coming up.
Oh, gosh.
And all of a sudden there's 4 or 5 seconds of dead air, and you look up, you're like, oh shit, I gotta do a commercial right now.
Or when my ADD kicks in and Jbird's like, well, what do you think about that, Beckett? I was like, oh yeah, I agree.
That is the worst. No, that can happen on the air sometimes, just because for some reason you drift off into a little void for a second, and then all of a sudden, what do you think about that? There's been times on the air I've given an opinion, I go, wait a minute, what did I just say? I'm not agreeing with that shit. This is madness.
What makes the bird panic?
Big, massive cities with large buildings and structures.
Really?
It'll paralyze me. It's something I've had since I was a kid, and it does suck. But yeah, happy National Panic Day. Go enjoy that.
Wonder how everyone's gonna celebrate.
Yeah, what are the people saying in the chat room, Dennys, for what they're panicking about?
So I think somebody's bringing this up because I was talking about it earlier on the air. Palmetto bugs.
Oh damn, were they trolling you?
I don't know. So I noticed today, just by the comments that came in, and just to fill you guys in, I was taking a shower today. I had my hair lathered, and I saw a shadow move across my peripheral. And then I shook the shower curtain, and a cockroach flew onto my chest.
Oh God!
I flung it, and I had shampoo in my hair.
Oh yeah,
Dude, it shook him all day.
So yeah, I'm just starting to get less skeeved out about it now. I finally moved on. So that one was in there. Credit card's not working when you go to swipe it. Losing the keys when you need to get somewhere.
Yasix in our chat room said unexpected phone calls from family. Unexpected phone calls from
In
anybody
general.
or work. When you see a phone call from a boss or something, you're like, shit, what did I say?
Or you spend the first 3 rings like, all right, what could this be? Are they calling because I forgot to do something? Are they calling because and then you just like, hello?
Now, rookie mistake is to answer it. Always let it go to voicemail. See if they leave anything. Then you assess the situation. Then you come up with strategy.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know. I'll tackle it sometimes.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah, you're right.
That's raw dogging it. You
You're
can't
right.
raw dog a phone call?
You're right.
Oh, my gosh.
I had this app. I forgot what it was called. It was awesome. I used it back early in my career. It was called Sly Dial. You ever heard of that?
Is it like Spy Dialer?
No. So you're able to call people and get right to their voicemail.
Oh, wow.
So when I would be home and I was like, because I'm a talker and it's hard for me to get off the phone, and I'm like on my way home, I'm like, I got like 10 people to call back, like whatever. I'm like, hey, showing went well.
It bypasses and goes right to
voicemail.
So that way they just think they were in a bad.
So you can lessen the blow and give them an update, and it looks like they were on the other line or the call. Oh, it's genius.
What a crazy app.
Genius.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I've probably been slide dialed and I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we've all been slide dialed, Dennys.
I should have saved that for Tekkit.
You should have. We do have Tech It with Beckett coming up.
Yeah,
We're very, very excited to see what kind of technology.
I think that one's a little steamy, right?
Very steamy.
Yeah.
I want to read a couple emails here. This was kind of interesting. It says, what's the universe trying to tell me? I want to get everyone's opinion on this. It says, I have been having the same dream for 20 years. I'm in a house I've never lived in. I know exactly where every room is, and there's a locked door at the end of the hallway. I'm never allowed to open. Last year, I drove by a house in a town where the house looked identical to what was in my dream. The door was locked just like my dream. Every detail was just like my dream. What the hell does this mean? I've only seen this house in a dream, and now, years later, we're talking 20, I see it for real. What is the universe trying to tell me?
Maybe it's not the universe telling you something. Maybe it's just a plain old premonition that you would one day go to that house.
For what?
I don't know.
Just to see the doors locked.
Do you go there? I mean, if that would be a shitty premonition.
I'd be like, God, what a crappy waste of a premonition.
Okay, wow. So the doors are locked. All right. Maybe I won't dream about it anymore.
It's good they do that.
Well, if you do have a premonition like that, Vickie, is it behoove you to go and explore that?
Oh, yeah.
Knock on the door, ask them what the hell's going on in there?
Yeah, I probably would. Of course, nowadays, I mean, back in the old days, you could knock and people let you in. Nowadays, you get shot.
You get shot through the door.
I want to take the risk.
Isn't that funny? We all grumbled at the same time. You're right. Just do not knock on doors.
Trigger.
Yeah, trick or treat's about the only day now where people don't freak out when the door's being knocked on. You're right though. If I hear my door get knocked on past 6 p.m., I think they're here to murder me.
Well, I've seen all of the Stranger movies, so there's no way I'm opening my door.
Yeah,
Period.
no one knocks on a door anymore, and it depends on how the knock is.
No
for
shit,
sure.
man.
If you do shave and a haircut, it's your buddy.
I always do a fun one like
you gotta
that.
do a fun one.
Mario.
It's
Shaving it.
That's such a good knock to that's not a cop.
No, exactly. There was one guy trying to sell me these fucking solar panels. He had such an FBI knock. I'm going, oh my gosh, I have to clean up my shit here?
yeah. Don't knock like law enforcement. That is not good.
No.
Or you're trying to sell me something. You're trying to get me to convert my religion. Something like it's not worth opening the door.
There was a solar panel guy here past 8:30 at night.
Oh, he almost had me sold. He was sitting on my couch.
Oh,
he
I
had
hate
me,
it.
He had me convinced. I couldn't afford not to. Was it
You
over?
got him in the house?
Oh, that was the worst decision.
They're like vampires.
Beckett never let him in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Then I wanted to hire him. I'm like,
Oh, were you drinking?
no. I was like, this guy's really good at sales. He almost had me.
I can't throw any stones, man. When I first moved in this house, I let the guy was trying to sell me security, and Chewy had just died the night before, and I had just bought the house. I was so confused of buying a house. All these people are calling you, getting all this mail. This guy shows up at my house, and for some reason, I was so out of it mentally. I thought it had to do with my closing, so I let this guy in. And he starts talking about my TV and starts pointing out stuff. And I got this weird feeling. I'm like, you got to go, man. Get out of my house. Yeah. And he wouldn't leave. I finally had to say, you got to get the fuck out of my house, man.
Wow.
Yeah, he would not leave.
Weird.
So once you get him in, it's hard to get him out.
That's right. Well, that applies for a lot of things, but yeah.
But metaphorically speaking, going back to the email,
Yeah.
it could also
Wrangling
mean that through life, that person has pursued something that was elusive that they thought they needed, but ultimately the door was locked. It's really not what they needed.
Okay, I like it. Denny, what are your thoughts on this? You believe in these premonitions? We're talking locked doors, premonitions of sorts.
There are. I mean, historically, there have been a lot of premonitions about things. I mean, like that one, it does kind of suck. Unless what happens if that wasn't even the moment that was supposed to happen? Like 20 years from now, they end up somehow getting that house. And then that's the true premonition.
You're right. Sometimes the answers we seek are not right there at the time you thought they were supposed to be there.
But yeah, or maybe you're just supposed to see it now and you go, well, what's my connection to this? This proved to be nothing. And then, 5 years later, 10 years later, whatever it be.
I mean, listen, if I'm having the same dream for 20 years, I'm going to talk to Vickie, someone, my therapist. Like, you got to, at a certain point, you got to investigate it.
I've had the same dream for a
say,
long time.
Does everyone here have reoccurring dreams when they?
I do. Yes, I have bad reoccurring dreams, and I can always tell when I'm there because I start walking up to this house or this structure. It's like an apartment building of. I know right when I'm going, oh shit, it's this dream again. The trees start to get this wind gust. They look all dead looking. All of a sudden, I-95's about 50 stories high coming out of the water. It's reoccurring, Beckett.
That'd be cool.
It's real.
Do you ever have reoccurring?
When I was younger, I used to have this dream that I was embarrassed because I showed up to school naked. Like that was a thing. And I
Isn't
was
that weird?
embarrassed.
Boring.
A lot of people have that dream. Why is that? I
Yeah,
know that they've announced
Because it's social pressure when
It
you're
is.
a kid.
Why does it
and
manifest like that?
Well,
for
because I
everybody?
think
It's your most vulnerable self.
Yes, you're raw. You're
Yeah.
there's nothing hiding you. You're completely exposed.
Yeah.
When you're exposed, you're vulnerable,
Yeah.
and you're around your peers.
Yep.
And everyone wants to fit in at some level. I don't care who you are.
So if you're older and you have that dream, do you have it at your work instead of school? Because school was probably the most important thing at that time.
I still have it at school.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't show up naked. I show up in my pajamas.
Yeah, I have a school dream. It's always reoccurring. It's me as an adult, but I'm in high school. But it's not. I'm either not passing high school and I'm about to fail the baseball team, or I'm an adult in high school but they're telling me I didn't graduate college. And I go, wait a minute, I didn't graduate college. I have my degree. What are you talking about? And they go, no, man, you're 3 credits short. You didn't get your degree. I go, what? And I'm like running around the school.
What weird.
That's reoccurring.
And that's your reoccurring dream is that school one, or you have another one?
Well, I have every year I dream about snakes is one of them, fire is the other, and a tidal wave is the third
Oh,
one.
wow.
So when you have the fire dream, are you in the same area, or
Yeah,
is
it's
it always?
it's always the house that I grew up in, and I can tell the neighborhood is burning, and I'm in the house, and I know the fire is coming. Now it always fast forward to where I'm not in the fire, but I'm in the house after the fire has destroyed it. And it's the same. It's the same. It's never any other house. It's always the house I grew up in.
Give us a piece of that tidal wave dream.
Oh, tidal wave. I'm always sitting on the beach chilling, and next thing I know, I see this water, and then the water goes over me, and I'm way far from the shore. There's no way I'm swimming my fat behind
I don't
to the
think
shore.
you can survive that if you're on the beach and one of those hits.
Oh, those tsunami videos are tough to watch
Yeah.
because a lot of people, they don't know what's happening. They think it's just a beautiful kind of, I don't know, phenomenon. And they're, oh, look, it's so mystical. Go, the water's not going, oh, shit.
Well, I heard sometimes the water's even flat before it happens, so it's really catches you off guard.
Ironically, you're better being on a boat.
Yeah, because at least
It just feels like a
shifts.
little swell as it's going towards shore.
I can see that.
If you're on a boat,
if you're before it actually breaks over.
yeah, you don't want to be a boat close to shore.
Oh, my God.
No. But if you're out like not even that particularly far, but if you're far out enough, like it just feels like like it's a swell. But when it hits, closer to shore,
But they say that the beach will be flat, and then it's just this humongous tidal wave comes.
Yeah, weather dreams and all that kind of natural phenomenon stuff, those were very common in the dream world. And I think it all stems back down to pressure and not being able to process it in your real life. And then, think about it too. Most people go to bed with their problems. That's when they start to really think about them because you're trying to shut down and everything is kind of shutting down. So now you're just there with your thoughts going through everything.
Why did I do that in 6th grade?
Why did I say that? Yeah, exactly. And our brains are wired to kind of put things on a loop.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
you gotta
for sure.
you gotta break that loop. You're able to break the loop. Just like anything, it takes work and a conscious effort to kind of try to change that up.
100%. Well, I researched it while we were talking because I'm curious. This could be another ticket. So they have a ton of research on both monitoring and inducing certain kinds of dreams. So they have targeted memory reactivation, TMR, and they're working on sleep headbands with the EEG devices, and they have all kinds of experimental research. Imagine if you could be, hey, I want to have a sex dream tonight. And you could induce that. It would be huge. The porn industry is like a multi-billion-dollar industry. And rather than a nightmare, you just go on like some fantastical journey.
You know, you can skip all that wishing for the dream and all that. All you got to do is fantasize before you fall asleep.
Yeah. Well, that's another
Do the
technique.
work.
Start loading the weapon ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh, and talk about
exactly.
nocturnal
So you
emission.
fall asleep with a loaded gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do
Nocturnal
the work.
emission.
Do
Yeah.
the work.
Do the work.
Yeah.
All right.
You could probably
You got to
almost
fluff yourself.
encourage. You got to mentally fluff yourself. You
Yeah.
could probably mentally encourage any dream that you want. I guess
Just leave it
Isn't
on-
that even a practice?
Just
where they-
leave
Yeah.
it on TV. You know, like sometimes you fall asleep and whatever's on TV you dream about.
Yeah.
You're onto something, Dennys.
Well, is anybody here able to control their dreams at times?
I can at times.
I can't. At times, I can control my dreams.
I can't control my dreams specifically, but my dreams have been controlled by like leaving the TV on, thinking or having certain things go on right before my dreams.
I've never been able to lucidly dream. The closest I've ever gotten is, you know how old school alarms used to go on and it'd be either a radio or you could have it be the the siren noise or whatever. It would be the radio, and then as you were leaving your dream, in the dream you would start hearing the talking, and it would be part of your dream, and then you wake up and you realize it was just the radio speaking. That's about the closest I've ever had to being acknowledging my dream.
The worst kind of dream to ever have is when, for example, let's say we're all in this room together and I fall asleep and I'm in that weird. I don't even know how to describe it really. It's you're still in the room and I can see everybody, but I'm under.
That's
I'm
probably
sleeping. But then things would happen. All of a sudden, a guy with an axe behind Beckett, and you're going, "Oh my gosh!" But you're sleeping and you're trying to rip yourself out of that state.
You're in between.
Yes, but it's kind of like Friday or Nightmare on Elm Street a little bit.
That's probably that meditative state. Like you're in such a deep meditative state that you are in between the two existences of awake and sleep.
Yeah. Or it could be partial. You're actually astral projecting. So you are witnessing things as your body is looking at a scene. Now you're adding stuff. That's the dream part. But you're actually traveling. And that's why you're above it.
Interesting. Yeah. It was really weird.
So I actually thought of something that is reoccurring adult dream that actually makes me panic. And I tie it all in.
Is this about sex again?
No. And so I have these dreams sometimes where I'm in some kind of scenario and I'm running, but I'm not moving.
Oh, yeah. That's common. Yeah, that sucks.
And it's that I wake up with so much anxiety because I'm like, I usually can run fast, and now I'm like not moving. Oh, that gives me so much anxiety.
Well, I mean, sleeping and dreaming is such a big part of a human's life. There's got to be something more to all that. It's not just you're resting. I always thought there was something we don't understand about dreaming, and it's kind of hard to understand. What I would like to see when it comes to technology, I wish you could record dreams. That would be badass. I wish I could show you the dreams that I have. Or I would love to see the dreams. I'd love to see Vickie's snake dream.
I think they just connected two people and got them to, for the first time ever, experience the same dream at the same time, connected through technology. It was,
Really?
Yeah. I seen that article maybe like a month and a half ago.
Was that on TikTok?
Nah, it was on Instagram.
Well, with this Neuralink stuff, I'll bring in some Neuralink stuff next Tech It. This Neuralink stuff is nuts. What they're doing, and they're able to record.
I like the branding of the dropping Tech It. It's going to catch on.
Tech It with Beckett.
Yeah, Tech It with Beckett. It's catching on.
Yeah. Because they can heat map what areas of the brain are firing. So they might be able to record the brain, but they're like, these two people are both having creative dreams,
nightmares,
certain genre, right? Yeah.
Do we have Vickie's theme song?
I have, though we never voted officially on one. I grabbed like the shorter one.
Yeah, do that one today. What we'll do is what we do with the After the Show podcast. We'll just rotate them out throughout every week. So it's time for some Ask Vickie.
You're gonna ask.
Ask Vickie.
Have a question?
Ask Vickie.
Ghost spirits investigations.
Love it.
Vickie is our awesome psychic medium. She's also a paranormal investigator. We're going to get down to some of the paranormal stuff out there in the universe. And our first question is, Vickie, I've been to 3 different countries, and each one, a total stranger has walked up to me, handed me something without saying a word, and walked away. The first country, a coin. Second, a key. The third, a folded note with my name on it. I had no idea who these people were. Vickie, am I being followed, or am I being guided by something that's out of this world? Because each time it happened, I felt complete peace like I've never experienced before.
My first impression is that you have some type of ability that shines through so strongly that these people who are handing you these things, they know who you are somehow, and they are drawn to your light, and they are handing these
Now,
things to
do you think the people that are handing her stuff, are they humans, or are they probably a spirit of sorts?
They could be a spirit. They could be, or they could be human, and they're just drawn to it. But yeah, it's actually really cool.
When you say a human being drawn to somebody, are you suggesting that there's some humans out there that can maybe see a light or an aura on people?
Yeah, people have said that about me multiple times. People are drawn to me, sometimes out in public. It didn't happen to me until I got into the paranormal, though. When I started investigating and all that kind of stuff, I changed. Like, I completely changed. I was the kind of person that I would be pumping gas. Nobody would look at me. Nobody would talk to me, whatever. Once I started dealing with people, started investigating, random people just start conversations with me. Even with my resting bitch face, they still do.
Is that a sign of somebody who does have that type of...
Yeah.
When you attract weird stuff that... For example, if me and Beckett went out to a store... 7 people would talk to me. That's weird. Not even related to the show. It would just be an attraction.
They're attracted to your light. They may not realize it. They may not consciously go, "Oh God, that guy his aura is like really great or something, but they're still drawn to it.
Does that? That's my question. Does that necessarily mean a person's great, or that just means that their aura is on?
Typically, people who attract other people like that are usually pretty good people.
Okay. What about somebody? Oh, sorry, guys. I have to move my leg for a second. Cramp in real time.
You get some electrolytes.
Need a stretch. I've been drinking. I don't know what happens. That's a very good answer. Dennys, you're hearing all these thoughts. Strangers in a store, people talking, vibes.
I say for the leg too, eat some banana, right? Good for the,
Oh, yeah. I'll get the banana.
Since we're on the topic.
Thank you. Banana check. Got it.
I do believe there is something that there is a certain person that I guess you could say has that X factor about them or whatever that people are drawn to. So whatever that could be, it could be just maybe their hormones, their chemistry. It could be the fact that they possess abilities that people pick up on. I mean, humans are animals. We pick up on things like that.
Well, you even said it by when you were getting into the paranormal world. It changed something about maybe even your aura, possibly.
Yeah.
People that are maybe into all that stuff, because I mean, I've been into that. Maybe everyone can have that if they delve into that world, possibly.
Right, absolutely. And you know the one group that can always see it is animals. Like,
All right.
I know they're like, if an animal is not accepting of me, like I've had completely feral cats just come and sit in my lap and stuff like that. They can see the aura and they can see the light better than human beings can.
I had an ostrich bite my hand one time, Beckett.
You know what that reminds me of? What's that movie where the animals kept on attacking him until he became right with the world?
Ace Ventura?
No, it was failure to. it was failure to launch. Matthew McConaughey and his friend Bradley Cooper. He got bit by a dolphin, and his friends were like, "No one gets bit by a dolphin." And he got bit when he was mountain climbing. And then, like, the lesson was, to Vickie's point, when he finally like became in alignment, all of a sudden the dolphin like came up to him and like bumped him his nose. Like, it's interesting. Like Bill Murray had that quote. It said, hopefully I don't mess it up, "I don't trust someone when they don't like dogs, but I trust dogs when they don't like a person."
Well, here's my quote. Here's my quote about Bill Murray. I don't trust Bill Murray when he's had too much to drink.
Yeah, wow.
'Cause sometimes he's a dick.
Yeah. Fair.
I love his movies.
Yeah, he's good.
To your point about the animals, that's a big theme in the movie Disclosure Day, the Spielberg movie. There's a big animal theme. I think you guys would really like. I think you guys would enjoy that film. I got a lot of mixed feedback on that film from people. They just said a lot of people didn't like it.
Well, I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I think you
At full
guys.
disclosure.
I think you guys will enjoy it. Vickie, here's our next question. I know Vickie does reading through pictures, so maybe she can give some insight. I can't be photographed. Every picture taken of me comes out blurred no matter the camera or the lighting. Everyone around me is crystal clear. What is my body trying to hide? Because it seriously looks like I'm in the movie Predator.
It could be that you're just operating on a completely different frequency that everybody else is.
It is an odd thing. Every time we take a morning show picture, it's bizarre. It looks like Kevin has been inserted in by some third party, Photoshop app or something.
By like a teen.
But it says since we were at Wild 95.5, it's always been a running gag of Kevin. Why does it look like you are glowing and you've been inserted in this picture?
It always looks fake.
It does.
What's funny is we did a bit a long time ago. I was cleaning out some of the storage on my computer, and I went way back to delete some stuff, and it was a picture Kevin sent me for an old bit, and he was young. He must have been like 17 or 18 in it, and it still looked Photoshopped. I couldn't believe it. I go, this guy always looked Photoshopped.
So what is that about?
Well, that's weird. Maybe he's really not a three-dimensional person.
We joke about how he's either an alien or a robot because it does. It's very bizarre. But
There's one where his head looked like it got bigger just for the photo for whatever reason.
Yeah, he was shape-shifting.
Is it possible the camera picks up like a attached spirit?
It could. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, maybe someone like Kevin does have something on him. He doesn't know.
Just always.
Yeah, and I mean, that does make sense. Why would somebody, I'm not even saying Kevin, I'm even talking about this email right here. If you're always in every picture not coming through, there's got to be something, something's up.
Yeah, I mean, does it say blurry?
It says blurry and they look like Predator.
That reminds me more of like a vibrational
Fast
thing.
vibrating.
Yeah, like they're vibrating faster than the other people around them, and the camera can't quite catch it, and that's why
You're
they're
talking
blurry.
aura and spirit, you mean?
Yeah, in that sense.
Well, they say everything's vibrations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, even if you look at sound, color, they're all part of a spectrum
Yeah.
of.
So they just don't mesh well with other people as far as how they're vibrating. They're vibrating much higher and faster than the people around.
Do you think
them.
intimacy is better with someone that has high vibrations?
You're horny tonight, aren't you?
It's the research I did on my topic.
Put your dog bone away.
It makes,
probably,
it
yeah,
makes
right.
sense. If you have someone that has low vibrations, like the intimacy is going to be horrible.
Oh, you,
yeah.
you want that vibrating dog.
Yeah,
You want real
There's a
fast.
sex toy named after it.
He wants that hummingbird wing.
The hummingbird, I think the rabbit's a popular
rabbit,
one.
yeah.
The chicks on the rabbit.
Yeah.
Vickie, next question, and I'm sure this is going to turn into a Beckett boner answer. I have had the same scar since birth that no one can explain. Under hypnosis, I described exactly how I got it in graphic detail in a life that wasn't this one. Can trauma from a past life leave a physical mark on the body when you're born into the next?
I believe, and this is like a weird example, but I can tell you that this happened in this lifetime, and it's not related to a past one. My ex had a scar on his eyebrow from a motorcycle accident, so it wasn't genetic. It was from a motorcycle. He was missing a little tiny thing. Lindsley has the exact same mark. Is missing her eyebrow at exactly the same place. That wasn't even genetic. That was whatever. So if that can happen, certainly I think you can carry scars over from a past life. We carry emotional scars.
Yeah.
So why can't we carry physical ones?
So it's super interesting. It's quasi related in that, you know, when they told me when I was training for Ironman, like a thing that puts your body through hell, it actually can affect your DNA. Like when you go through something extremely traumatizing, stressful, whether it's physical, emotional, whatever. I haven't done such a ton of research, but I was shocked. I'm like, it can affect your DNA? Like those things. So I guess in some
You could
ways,
pass it on genetically, maybe.
yeah, it can imprint on your DNA.
Well, that would make sense. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, she has the exact same missing eyebrow section that he does.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Very weird. Like the podcast. Vickie, great job as always. I did want to ask you a little bit more about your process with pictures, because I know that's a big thing for you. And we might have talked about it before, but just kind of, if you don't mind, talk a little bit about the process of that. Someone gives you a picture and you instantly have a feeling or a thought.
Instantly, I just look at them and I can tell you personality. I can tell you certain things about them. You know, somebody the other day asked me, well, how do you do it? It's kind of hard to explain. It would be like me explaining, well, how do I swallow or how do I breathe? It's just embedded in what I do, and it's hard to explain it. But I can hear certain things. And one thing I don't do is I don't ask anybody to send me the picture before the reading. For two reasons. Number one, I don't want them to say that I did a Google search on it. That's number one. Number two is I don't want to overthink the picture. I literally say when they're on the phone with me, text me the picture now. I say the first things that come out of my mind, because the first things that I say are intuition. If I wait more than 3 seconds, now my brain has kicked in and my brain is going to change it. So I have to look at it right then and rattle off what I think before my brain kicks in.
If someone's open-minded, is this a skill they can learn?
Oh, absolutely.
So
It's
anybody-
actually easy to read pictures.
Anybody that's open-minded that wants to learn this, in your opinion, in your professional psychic opinion, they can learn this skill set.
Absolutely. And if they want to join me at Panera Bread, I'm going to start some training with some people. So if they want to join, send me an email at nancy38drew@aol.com.
Now, are you training them on the ways of Panera Bread, or is it a psychic kind of a...
It's training them how to read pictures.
I haven't heard Panera Bread in a minute. I didn't know that place.
Do you
still
like
existed.
Panera Bread?
In 1998.
If someone says it one more time, we're going to order it.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
Sometimes I do
The
like
bread bowl.
I like Panera Bread. I think they're a little pricey for
They're-
what
for
what it is. If it
Yeah.
was cheaper, I'd go. I would speak very highly of it. But man, it is. I got to
Yeah.
take out a loan.
It's expensive, and you open up the sandwich, and you're like, "There's a piece of meat
Yeah,
like
that's
this
how
Yeah.
big."
that's how I knew I was getting old. I'm like, what are these prices? I go to like a salad for $25. I would like want to flip a table.
That's how I knew I was getting old. People would start bringing me sandwiches. I'm going, motherfucker, I am not 9 years old. I eat a 12-inch.
But Panera Bread is friendly for people who want to sit at a table and
Yes.
they're not dogging you on did you order something or whatever.
Yeah.
People come there to do homework and do readings and stuff like that. So.
There was one guy that me and Denny, every time we would go to Panera Bread, I'm not kidding you, 10 out of 10 times, it would be this one guy would sit there all day and read a Bible, and he knew everybody there, the staff, and they would just let him stay there all day and chill.
Maybe
you know what I'm
Jesus.
talking
Oh
about.
yeah, absolutely.
Panera Jesus.
He was Panera. He had a long beard too. Yeah,
There's
I
always
swear.
that guy that brings his laptop and like a ton of stuff, and he sits
Pretending
there.
he's like writing a book he can't finish.
Exactly. You know, he's just surfing the net or whatever.
Here's another email I wanted to kind of go over real quick. It says, "Dear Weird and Whatever, there's a specific smell, pipe, tobacco, and cedar that follows me into every home I've ever lived in. And it's shown up in 2 different houses and in an apartment. No one in my family's ever smoked. I've had it investigated, and there's no physical source. But what's strange is the smell only appears when I'm about to make a major life decision. Is this a guide, an ancestor? Is it all in my head? Do you guys think this is a guardian angel? What's everyone's thoughts on guardian angels?"
First of all, it's a spirit guide.
Spirit guide, not a guardian angel?
No, I mean,
Yeah, offensive.
I'm not huge on the concept of what other people probably call guardian angels. I call them spirit guides.
You Carl them?
That was her guardian angel.
Who is this Carl?
Carl, it's guardian angel.
Yeah, he slipped out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I understand, especially people coming from a biblical standpoint, they're gonna say guardian angel. I would put guardian angel more in a category of a spirit guide.
Do you believe, and I'll get everyone's opinion on that, if you even believe in that stuff, do you believe that is given to you right at birth, or is it possible you could be 23, there's no spirit guide around you, and all of a sudden you're struggling, and a spirit guide comes in and says, I got to mentor this son of a biscuit.
They're like, bro, this guy needs some help.
You need some
Let me
mentoring.
swoop in.
Yeah.
Well, our spirit guides change throughout our lives depending on what we need and depending on how we're growing and developing. So a spirit guide that you may have watching over you when you're a kid may not be the same one that is assigned to you when you're 23. They switch out.
Chat room question 2 of the night. What are your thoughts on spirit guides or guardian angels, whatever you are calling them? Do you believe? Do you think there's somebody there to guide you? Becky, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this is what it was. My grandparents used to remember that show with Jack London, Highway to Heaven.
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah,
love
for
that
sure.
show.
Oh, we got to, my grandma was so into it. I got so into it.
Me and my aunt Ann, we
Yeah.
watched it all the time.
Wasn't that a garden? Wasn't he a guardian
Yes,
he
angel, if I
was.
remember correctly? You know, it's one of those things. I'm just being honest. It's one of those things I want to believe in, really badly want to believe in. It's just sometimes I have things that have happened. I'm like, oh yeah, that was guardian angel.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm like, where were you, man?
Well, that's kind of always where I'm at.
Bro.
When you hear a horrific story about a child
Oh.
and it's terrible and it doesn't end well.
It makes people question.
well, you
religion,
go,
yeah.
well, where was the... And I know there's going to be an answer. Well, the path of the spirit...
There's
well,
always a way to
I-
crazy stand on your head and rationalize it.
My human brain don't jive with that.
no.
It doesn't make sense to me why, the guardian or the spirit guide's there for the big, Hail Mary touchdown. and you guys won
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, you won the big game,
Yeah.
but the little girl died in the woods.
Yeah, right.
Where's the balance
yeah,
there?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Am I off on that, Vickie? To
No.
have those kind of cynical thoughts?
No, a lot of people have them, and it is kind of hard just to accept that, okay, things happen for a reason, and there's somebody else in charge, and it was their time. That's the most horrible thing to try to accept.
Yeah.
But there's really no other logic to it.
So I think I could accept if it's someone's time. It's not that it's just someone's time. It's like who it is and how it happened. That's where I start to get the glue.
That's the horrific stuff.
Yeah, the horrific stuff. I'm like, all right, like someone's time, meant to be, different things, different lessons, their time. it's not so much the when, it's the how that really like makes me question things, if that makes sense.
Denny's, I think I know your answer, but maybe you could shock the shit out of me. What are your thoughts on a spirit guide?
Spirit guides, guardian angels. I mean, I just have never had any evidence of it. But again, if it's something that happens, faith-based or whatever, you're probably not going to have any evidence of it. Like, it's kind of sliding doors. You just don't really know. Was that a guardian angel or was that just luck? Is luck a guardian angel?
Great
Like,
reference.
That's great. Now, when you were balls deep in sports, because I know you're a big athlete, would you feel
Back when I was 5, and I was mandatorily entered into like some sort of soccer thing.
But it is silly though, the things where you're like, oh man, the spirit guide was there for me for a sport game, but then the most horrific shit happens. You're like you said, Beckett, where were you, man?
Yeah.
Or they win a spelling bee and they're like, oh, I want to thank God for this. Like, he was there to help him get that. Now, was it because he had the faith in God and knew if he studied, he would then have a better chance? Or is it because he did not study and he just had divine intervention of some sort?
Well,
Why didn't God let number 2 have
Right.
that?
Yeah,
So that
I'm
makes
sure that other
sense.
kid was also saying, like, please let me win this thing,
Well,
my
there
parents.
there have been studies, and I don't know if it's fair or offensive to call it placebo, because placebo does help people.
It does.
It does.
Act-
It just shows you how powerful the mind is.
act 10% better, right? So there's been studies, faith, I think, is equivalent to hope, right?
It is,
And,
yes.
and if you're going to walk 100 miles in the desert and you don't believe in a higher power or faith, you have way less hope and motivation than that person that has faith.
Absolutely.
So in a vacuum, that person that has faith is going to make it way farther.
And I think all that stuff's important. I think
Yeah.
depending on if you get faith from the Bible, if you get it from yourself, if you get it from a loved one or a mentor or whatever.
Or
I think
Buddhism.
whoever,
whatever
you get it from, I think that is necessary for humans to continue on.
Well, I completely agree with Beckett. I think if you do have hope, I think a human spirit without hope is
Yeah.
just it's not good.
Yeah, puts the light out.
You have to have hope, even in a very dark time. And I know it's hard, but somewhere deep down, there's got to be a little bit of hope. And when that is distinguished, when it's out, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's a bad thing. And I do agree when you are, whether any of it's real or not, because who can say? You're putting your mind in a more positive place.
Yeah.
And I think that does motivate people. It does give you hope. It gives you faith. And I think that can be a powerful tool. And to Denny's point, wherever you get that from.
Yeah,
it
whatever
can be
it
a
is.
million different ways you're getting faith or hope from.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Vickie?
Yeah, well, it's laws of attraction. Positive begets positive, negative begets negative.
Remember when The Secret was huge? Laws of attraction. Everyone they just thought about getting a car. Man, I just want a Lamborghini. Let me think that shit.
This my yacht. Yeah, I got it on my message board, my vision board.
That's not really how The Secret works.
No one would tell me about it. Sorry.
Again, having that vision board as goofy as we can make fun of it and stuff, all that does psychologically trick you into doing what you should be doing. When you see it each day and you're reminded of it, and it becomes part of your thought process. You manifest it.
The mind is so powerful, and you're right. The placebo thing can work. It's worked on me before, and thinking something was working, and I find out it wasn't really working. It was just me thinking it was working.
Yeah.
I think all that. Now, I'm not saying it's 100%, but I think in certain situations it can trick your mind. in that.
100%. Well, we have our executive brain, and we think we're so intelligent and sophisticated, but then we have our monkey brain. So just like you would trick your cat or your dog to like take that medicine or to come inside and you dangle a treat, it's all psychosomatic.
It is.
You're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna buy myself that thing once I make that goal, and like you gotta biohack yourself, right? Like I even had to do it to study.
Dude,
Yeah, for sure.
Everything is your thoughts, man. If you got shitty thoughts, you're going to be in a shitty mood, and you're going to be shitty to be around. And it takes work. It really does. Being an autopilot as a human is kind of a dangerous place to be, because that's where bad habits start to form.
Yeah.
And you don't even realize it. I mean, it takes, you got to be awake sometimes. And I think
100%.
I'm very guilty of it, where I'll go through periods where I'll just hit a patch where I just feel like I'm on automatic and kind of going, I don't want to say going through the motions, but I'm not paying attention to everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm not not enjoying everything that you could enjoy. I mean, the one thing at the end of the day, try to enjoy your meals. Take your time if you can. Sit down, enjoy that bite, but sit down and enjoy it. Take that time. But people don't stand and eat in a rush. It's not
Smell the roses.
Smell the roses. Absolutely. I know it's a small thing, but it's a cool thing to start with.
You got to remind yourself a lot.
You have to remind yourself.
I know it
'cause-
sounds cheesy, but sometimes when I'm doing my Instacart at Publix, I had flowers, right? And it, like I have my little house and whatever, and sometimes flowers, it's like a
Yeah.
little version, and just like you put flowers out, and
It looks
kind of
nice,
makes you
it
feel nice.
smells
Smells
good.
nice.
Yeah.
Any little thing you can do to make it at least 1% better. If you know you got a shitty situation that you have to do for work or for anything, is there anything you can think of to make that situation just a hair better so it's not as miserable?
Yeah, and we were saying like Bhutan and stuff, but that's one of the reasons I do that stuff because, overly dramatic. I almost have to prostitute myself in the winter. What I mean by that is like do things I don't really want to do. I'm like, yeah, I like these clients, but I don't really want to go to the horse show. I don't really want to do that. But it's such a blitz in the winter for me that the summer's like when I get to like shake that tree and I'm be like, it's the opposite in the summer. So I'm going to do that triathlon. I'm going to go to that trip and whatever. And that's kind of like the balancing out of my year, right? Because I'm like, I'm going to do something for me now,
I think that's important.
Yeah.
Me and Dennys talk a lot about things like meditation and all that kind of stuff. It's super, especially in today's world where everything is just on demand, quick, screen, lights, everything's is just so busy. It's very important to quiet your mind a little bit, to just kind of bring you back down, get your humanity back a little bit. I think it's important. Quiet your mind and get your thoughts right. But again, it does take a little work, and I think that's what people don't like sometimes. And meditation, if you're in a good mood and you don't think you need to relax that day, you're gonna skip meditation.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Well, then it catches up to you.
It
yeah.
always does.
Yeah.
Same with working out. You skip a day and you're just like, whatever.
Oh,
Until
that's-
Monday, and then you stop.
I always know that I'm about to get fat again because I'll skip like 3 workouts and then I'll go to donuts. And that's what I know. I'm
You're
like,
like,
oh shit, I'm off the wagon.
I'm already not working out. After
Yeah. What are your thoughts about meditation, Vickie?
Well, for the longest time I said on the podcast, I don't really do it, blah, blah, blah. But I can say it's been maybe a year now. I was actively taught how to meditate for certain purposes. It was to heal someone else and to work on a relationship. And once I got into it, the messages that I got were unbelievable.
It probably adds clarity and
Yeah.
releases the fog.
Well, I get really annoyed. I know I've said this a lot. I just get annoyed when people say, "Oh, I just can't meditate." Well, no shit. Nobody can at first. It does. You got to practice.
Yeah.
It's a practice. And I only bring it up a lot because I really do believe that it helps a lot of people.
That's like me saying I can't play the piano.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got to practice.
Yeah, it's like I took a couple lessons and I'm like, I'm not Mozart. I'm dropping this. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I hear Denny's laughing, so I think with that beautiful, sweet sound, it might be time for some
Denny's Random Facts.
Our sweet Denny's does a great job hunting, searching, finding all of these great factoids. He goes on the net. He looks up old-timey books. Some are the encyclopedia. Sometimes he even throws a dictionary. I almost called you Virginia. Vickie, our psychic medium and our paranormal expert and our educator, she gives Denny's a grade. If she loves his factoid, it's an A. If she does not, she's known to fail his ass. Denny's, the floor is yours.
All right, and this one comes with an audio example for y'all too. So how much would this suck? You invent the first ever recording in 1860, but you don't live long enough to actually hear it be played back. The first recording ever was recorded in 1860 by the inventor Edouard Léon Scott de Martinville. He captured his voice on paper with graphite, and it made a sound wave. But it was 148 years later when we actually developed the technology to read back that wave, which would put it around the year 2008. They managed to scan it optically, have digital analysis done on it, and they took the suit tracings and they played back the audio of it. It's a recording of him singing the song "Au clair de lune," which is a famous The Light of the Moon.
De Lune.
But when they first played it
It's a great
back,
hit.
they thought it was a 10-second recording of a child singing it, but they interpreted it incorrectly. It's actually a 20-second recording of him singing it. So it made it sound weird because the first time they ever transcribed it, they accidentally did it at 2 speed. But this is the actual recording of it. This is the oldest.
You got the audio. Wow.
1800s. This is the
Bringing in
oldest
extra stuff.
oldest human voice recording ever, and he never got to hear it. I mean, it's beautiful.
Dude, this shit slaps.
But that's him singing the melody of Claire de Lune.
Dude, was that the song of the summer back in the day?
That was a popular track at the time.
I bet Wales love that jam.
But that's done with just graphite
That's crazy.
in 1860.
Quite haunting, no?
Oh, super haunting. You hear all that scratching and stuff in there from having to boost it and such.
Imagine it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, you wake up, you just hear that in the background.
Yeah, but it's wild. That's the first frequency probably ever recorded.
Yeah, I would agree.
That we know of.
Because that was way before Morse code. That was way.
Yeah, because that would be during the wars.
Yeah.
So
I think the first to record in here back was Edison, wasn't he?
they're listening back. Yeah, so that was through
did
the phonograph.
Mary had a little
Yes,
laugh.
the phonograph.
All right, cool. You guys are smart. All right.
They had that big horn in the
Vickie, what do you think this educational dick, what do you think he deserves for a grade?
Oh, definitely an A.
That's great.
That's a
Creepy,
no-brainer.
right?
Show and tell.
He brought in the recording?
Hear and tell.
Found it. BBC. This is just kind of weird. On any given day, between 5 and 300 metric tons of dust and meteorite dust enters the Earth's atmosphere as it moves through space every single day. Cosmic dust is associated with the formation. If you look way in the sky, you'll see non-clitescent clouds. The highest.
I knew that was coming.
Even I focused on that one too.
Beckett was in mid-beer drink, and he stopped. He looked over to make a clit joke.
Yeah.
You found the spot.
Well, these clitoral clouds are the highest clouds in the Earth's atmosphere.
They were real wet.
They really stand out.
You can consider them cosmic clouds. They also provide the surface of ice crystals that form on mountains, mountaintops, and also ice crystals that form in Antarctica. Is all from this dust. But what offsets it is every single day, solar winds also pull 90 tons of gases from our planet every single day.
Wow.
It's just a continual system of gaining things. In fact, we have iridium, which they discovered. They think it's just trace amounts that have collected in the oceans over time, and it's how we gathered that because we find all sorts of new like radioactive.
It's far out.
So the sun's basically a big bathroom exhaust fan.
They say that we got gold. They said
Really?
there was a meteorite that crashed on the Earth. There's only a certain amount, there's a finite amount of gold on
I
the
love
planet.
gold.
Vickie, I mean, what are your thoughts on that factoid?
See.
Damn.
For a clitoris clown.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think Clit Black over here ruined it for you at Denny's.
Clint Eastwood. So American bald eagles are considered kleptoparasites. That means that they get a majority of their food by stealing it from other predatory animals like birds, seals, porpoise, dolphins, killer whales. In fact, Benjamin Franklin said, this is a terrible animal to pick as the representation of our country, and he contested it. He was widely against the bald eagle being our image.
B. Franks?
B. Franks, because he said it's a bad moral character, and he was more on board for possibly the representation to be a turkey.
You know, B. Franks was big with the ladies.
He was promiscuous.
yeah.
He was promiscuous.
He brought the heat, Beckett.
Oh, dude, he hung out in Paris while he was negotiating like supplies from the French, and he was doing diplomatic activities the entire time.
Oh, I bet he was dipping.
yeah, probably had chlamydia and all that.
dipping that
stuff.
ink.
I think back then, though, I think chlamydia's like, yeah, I got chlamydia, bro. They get high five.
Yeah, like
each other.
I'm only living to 50 anyways.
Yeah, I mean, their teeth are made of wood.
You're right. They probably. I think it makes you insane.
Yeah.
Chlamydia? Yeah, I think it makes your dick insane.
So he he thought the turkey would be more respectable. His actual design for the American flag was to have the Great Seal and then it was going to have Moses parting the Red Sea with a rattlesnake, and that was what he wanted it to be. And they were like, well, we'll do the bald eagle.
Rattlesnake.
A rattlesnake, Moses with a rattlesnake. He thought that symbolized true vigilance and courage.
Something like this.
Exactly like
Cobra
that.
Kai.
Yeah, never die.
Sweep the leg.
Well, I think he designed the "Don't Tread on Me."
Yes, he did
snake,
with the
right?
snake. Yeah. I think he must have had a fascination with snakes. He thought it represented courage and vigilance.
Yeah, interesting.
But yeah, other examples, if you wanted, of kleptoparasitic animals. A majority of them steal from other animals. It's called interspecies. But if they do intra, that means animals that steal from themselves. And there's only one example of that, and that's penguins. They steal rocks from other penguins to make their nest. It's weird. It's the only animal that does that. But other animals would be gulls, hyenas, pea crabs, true flies, penguins.
Wouldn't you go as far to say that humans are the number one klepto animal? We were just talking about milk and
Humans
flesh. We steal everything from everything.
We do a lot of weird stuff. We're one of the only species, too, that will actually intentionally cause harm on ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of other animals, they steer away from harm.
We're real shitty species.
We're just the most
We're
conflicted mentally.
Parasitic, horrible species.
Go team.
Well, what's funny is a lot of animals integrate into nature and then adjust themselves, over time to, like beavers, they got their dams, we got trees, we got nests with the birds. Humans are the only ones that we tear down and we recreate the environment besides, for our suiting.
It's funny you say that. There's a Twilight Zone episode. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, we suck.
Vickie.
Okay, we'll go back to an A for that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
stems from conversation. I like that.
And this one I think is the coolest one. This is the one I'll end it on. And then, have you guys heard of this new printing method called necro printing?
No.
It's pretty new. The article kind of popped up this week, but it's a bizarre but brilliant science where scientists use feeding tubes from dead mosquitoes to act as a super tiny nozzle for 3D printing. Because mosquito tubes are so small and perfectly shaped, they can print microscopic parts that normal human handmade printers cannot replicate. It's considered biohybrid tech. We're biohybriding living creatures, dead, but using parts of living creatures in with technology now.
We're kleptoing.
We're now
mosquito.
stealing. The female mosquito dies. They chop off the feeding tube called the proboscis, and they coat it in a resin that makes it strong. And now they're going to be using it for super fine 3D printing.
I mean, it's crazy, Denny's. I would love to learn how to do 3D printing, not with all the crazy shit, but yeah, that sounds amazing.
But that's going to be the next wave. Is going to be these.
Imagine you just 3D print an action figure or a dinosaur.
You can.
You can.
You're absolutely able to. That's what I would love
We
to
should
learn.
do it.
I know.
I know. We've been talking about it.
It's another thing you got to learn. It's not like you can just do it in a day. There's a process to it. I'm sure once you learn it and you get used to it, I think it's going to be turnkey.
Let's learn it.
I think it would be. I want to make all kind of action figures. I'd love to make weird whatever action figures. Everyone gets an accessory. Vickie has a couple ghosts with her.
Don't dagger eye me, but AI will help you learn it. Like I've learned.
Damn, he's already daggering.
Oh, I'm daggering you right now.
I have learned so much, like just editing videos. I was like, I'll send a screenshot of CapCut, and I'm like, oh, I'm in an impasse. I don't know how to do this. It's like, oh, click over here, do this,
like, come
do
on,
this.
Beckett, bro.
It helps me like work my way through it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, now I know how to do it.
Let that
Damn.
little bitch boy robot just think for you.
Damn, so many dagger eyes coming from Bird.
Great job.
Necro printing.
Great job, Denny. So what did you give him a grade?
Yeah,
Oh,
didn't I?
yeah. Okay.
Or no. I'll just give him an A.
A
You
positive
did
for
great.
blood.
You did a great job, kid. Now it's time for the thing everyone's talking about. Tech It with Beckett. The name's catching on. Tech It with Beckett.
I should do a theme song.
I love it. Take that and loop it.
Yeah, bring it in.
Mr. Beckett, he's got the his finger on the pulse when it comes to technology.
That's right. So literally with this one, so I'm doing a throwback tech fact. So we know about me and sex robots, right? So just at the new conference, the CES conference, they've introduced a doll called Emily, and she's life-size, AI-powered, right? And she's ready for intimacy. So
Sounds like so are you.
So what is awesome about this is, you know, that we've talked about that movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
So this isn't just a sex doll. This isn't just a robot. Like, you could actually interact, have conversations, like have arguments, like everything. So you can have makeup sex. You can do whatever you want. And as a follow-up to that, what I'm curious about, because I've had a few conversations before the podcast today, because everything verges, right? Like sexting, going to a strip club, you know, masturbation, like whatever. When does it become cheating? Right?
Where's
Like,
the line?
when does the significant other get pissed? Right? And now these things, you know, I think are for like, oh,
That's got to piss off people, right?
if you have like a 1990s sex doll, probably people didn't really care, right? Like a significant other. But now that they're getting to a point,
with
like
a personality.
when I first brought up sex robots 10 years ago, you know, I think it was relatively benign. But now in the last year or two, we're talking AI and the level it's got to, and you have Joaquin Phoenix, her sex dolls. I think people are going to get pissed.
To your point, I am telling you right now, I agree with you 100%. I know a few people who are in relationships where somebody in the relationship is going to their AI
And
about
sexting?
not even sexting, but they're going for emotional support when they're not going to their partner, and their partner is getting pissed off.
Right.
Because at first they weren't threatened by it, but now it's gotten to a point where they're shutting out their real partner to go talk to Claude.
Well, now it becomes
And Claude sounds like he wants to bang your girl.
100%.
Trust me.
Well, now it becomes a virtual throuple, in essence, right? Like
Yeah.
you have someone else's intimate opinions, things, putting their finger on the scale, and now your significant other is going to come back and be like, well, I think you're acting like this, because they have the AI in
Look,
their ear.
I'd be like, hey, the sex doll wants Chinese tonight. We're getting Chinese, babe.
Anything that distracts or puts a missile onto your relationship where you guys are not jiving with each other. So if all of a sudden you're banging an AI robot and you're not doing that with your partner, that's going to lead to a lot of problems. So that, even though it's a robot, we all know it's not human, that's a form of something that's taking away from your relationship. That's not going in the positive direction.
Yeah.
It's going. You guys are separating. You're not going to the dance together anymore.
What if this is designed to replace? Like, they know the younger generation doesn't want to deal with other people's, you know, hoopla.
Well,
so they're like,
It's funny you say that, Dennys.
I think you guys are hitting on an interesting point. And what this article's talking about is there was a difference, because when it was pornography or a strip club, it's just based like really more on carnal, like really like the physical aspect. But now it starts to Jbird's earlier point, it starts to verge on a relationship.
Emotional now.
relationship.
It does. Yeah, I think back in the day, you were just the weird person that was banging a 90s sex doll.
Right.
You know? But now...
Everyone can get over that.
But I'm telling you, these robots, that still sort of looks fake. It looks like a fake kind of robot-y Taylor Swift kind of a thing. That you can tell that's what they're kind of trying to do here.
damn, that does look like T
It
Swift.
does. It looks like Swift right there. They
It
know what
does.
they're doing.
In that All Too Well video.
But it still looks like not a human. It's going to get to a point
it's
where...
gonna be great.
And then, have I not been making the joke, there's going to be robot rights. And there's going to be
yeah.
people that are defending robots.
100%.
And you're going to see someone push down a robot and people are going to revolt. That's where it's going.
100%. It's like Black Mirror. The first time someone else destroys someone else's sex robot,
gosh.
someone's going to sue that person and saying, like, that was my property, the whole deal.
Okay, you've talked about wanting to have a kid. Let's say you brought a kid into the world, and from the day that kid could conceive a thought, it had a robot friend that he really or she was really attached to. Then all of a sudden, at age 11, that robot breaks. You can't repair it. That would be like losing a friend for that kid,
yeah.
because that's all that kid knows.
Yeah.
That would be an emotional. I mean, that kid would be fucked.
Yeah, well, you could legitimately sue for emotional hardship and damage.
I don't know, Vickie.
Slippery.
We are entering a very different kind of world, and I don't mean to say that to be doomsday. I'm just saying that as truth. It's
100%.
It's changing. It's getting weird out there.
They're about $8,000. You put a down payment for $200.
$8,000. I mean,
I know that's really not actually that expensive.
It's,
for them.
it's coming into.
Know how many O faces Beckett could get for $8 grand? For $8 grand, you better use that thing.
Yeah. I mean,
Wow.
it's research.
Sure.
not going to do
It's
it
research
as a
for the
tax write-off.
podcast.
Oh, if for people that are into that kind of stuff, it's a great time for you. The robot sex game is going to be next level.
Yeah. Well, and you're not going to get chlamydia from a sex robot.
Not yet.
Not
yet.
Not yet.
What if
but-
they're-
Whoa, what if there's robot diseases that you start
You
getting?
catch a virus?
Virus.
Look at that.
Like a legit, straight up virus.
You're gonna have to control alternate delete your dick.
Yeah. Have you guys seen Ex Machina yet?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I got to watch it.
I wanted to end the podcast with a couple things. We're gonna do our original song in a second, but the snake PSA. It's a PSA back from the 80s, and I've talked about it on the air a few times. I remember this as a kid. You'd be watching cartoons, you know, something real peaceful, something fun, and then this commercial would come on. Do you guys have any PSAs at the top of the dome that you watch and it kind of messed with your mind? Because this one messed with my mind.
So the ones that were around, they would try to scare you, but they weren't too scary, you know.
Frying the egg. Don't do
Yeah.
drugs.
Yes, your
This
brain-
is your
brain on
brain on
drugs.
drugs,
Any
or the
questions?
one where the dad walks into the room. He's
Is
like,
this dope?
where did you learn how to do this? Is this dope?
And then there's one where the kids are playing with the gun and it goes off.
Oh.
Yes, but
They're
then
designed to scare you back here.
I did some research and they really stepped up the game. When I stopped watching that kind of cartoons and shit, the little kid programming, they started making some crazy PSAs that really messed with your mind. But this is the one I wanted to show everybody. Tell me if this would scare you as a 9-year-old kid.
Daddy out of the room.
Can you start from the
I
beginning?
gotta get you up on this. You know who I am. Snake. Dealing in
Yes. Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, it's a free podcast.
All right, I got it going here.
Hey, little dude, send your mama and daddy out of the room. I gotta get you up on this. You know who I am. Snake. Dealing in weed, coke, crack, your choice. Take one hit and you'll do anything to cop more. Steal from your mama, lie, cheat on your homeboys. But hey, that's the price you pay when you deal with dudes like me. Now, some folks will tell you that I'm dealing in poison. But hey, do I look like the kind of guy that would do that to a kid like you? Yes!
Oh, my God.
It sucks. I don't think it went through on our YouTube. Maybe I think it's going right now. The audio is not matching up. But the guy, if you're just
I had
listening,
to start it again.
if you guys, my bad. If you guys are just listening, it's some guy walking down the street, and there's people walking in front of him, and his face keeps changing oh so slightly. And by the time he gets up to the camera, he's this big snake.
Reactivation
Don't have any dreams about it, Vickie.
Exactly.
And he hisses in the camera. Isn't that horrifying to show kids?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Does that deter you from doing drugs, or does that just make you afraid of snakes?
I think that scared a lot of people when that dropped. At least judging by the comments.
Yeah. The devil's advocate side, if you want to prevent your kid from doing drugs at a young age, what's the right messaging? I feel like that's like a parent's conundrum, right? Like, you kind of want to scare them. You kind of don't want to scare them. Maybe you should have your first joint with them at 16 or the first glass of wine with them at 16.
I don't know back here. I don't know. The brain's still
18.
developing. Grant in the chat room, he says that was whack. I mean, I know it's whack as an adult,
Now.
but if you're 8 years old and you're just watching the Flintstones and that shit comes on,
Let me tell you, that's nothing like what they did to us. This would have been the 70s. In elementary school, you had to get a permission slip, and we were either 4th or 5th grade, and they would show you this film where you see this child being abducted, and they don't show you exactly what happens, but it was so creepy. You had the stereotypical guy in the van, the scary van, and the last freaking scene, I will never forget, they had a little creek or river, and it was the kid's little red tennis shoe floating.
Oh,
around the
what a
thing.
good-
That has stayed, I'm 59. That has stayed with me all these years.
yeah, no, there's some really good ones out there. There's this one, you don't even see it coming. It's this woman, she's in a kitchen, and she's going, I just got married. She goes, I'm about to get married, and I'm blah, blah, blah. She's talking about the details, but she's working in a kitchen, and then she slips on some water, and all of the hot water from the pan goes on her face. She starts screaming.
Oh, my God.
And everyone's like, oh, my gosh, she's burning. And you don't expect it at all. You're like, oh, shit. Now back to your regular program. Here's the
my
Flintstones.
What's the PSA for? Just don't spill
Work safety in the workplace.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
OSHA.
why you don't even see it coming.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of liked McGruff.
Scruff McGruff.
I like McGruff.
Take a
I like
bite out
McGruff.
of crime.
McGruff was good.
And I like Don't Start Forest Fires. That one was pretty good PSA.
Smokey the Bear.
Smokey the Bear.
That was a great one. Yeah, the kidnap ones were kind of messed up. There's another one that is a little boy gets in the car and the car drives off. It's creepy. There's another one. All these little kids are around and there's these horrifying creatures they're looking at. They're just staring off, looking sad. And then there's one part where the monster's putting the kid in the car and buckling up, and the kid's kind of crying, and it's this big monster rabbit-looking thing.
Oh, my gosh.
And then it goes, how do your kids see you when you drank too much?
Oh my!
I know, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's good. You watch it and go, damn, that's 30 seconds of hard hitting shit.
Yeah,
They probably don't play anything like that now. Like on internet videos, I never see, because they play commercials and stuff.
The PSA seems to have died a little bit. So every now and then we'll get one on radio. I remember back at Wild, there was, I think, a smoking one, and we got so many complaints because it was so heavy.
Yeah.
People going, guys, seriously, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, that's because there used to be public television and public broadcasting, and then like CBS, NBC, all those stations. But now with like Netflix, it's all about making that money.
They don't want to turn people
like,
off.
oh, we're gonna give up $10 million to play this Dare commercial? Like, no way.
Well, y'all, thank you for tuning into the Weird and Whatever podcast, guys. I enjoyed it very much. Thank you to the chat room, everybody, for spending our Thursday with us. It's very kind. It's the Weird and Whatever podcast. Hey, it's free. It's our tagline.
I like it.
I like that. We're going to do the original song right now. If you have an original song, we have a nice backlog of songs right now, which is great. But we have a band here. They're local, and you know them, correct, Beckett?
Oh yeah. So my buddy Mike, he's in it, plays the guitar. Great band. Great band.
If you are a songwriter and you're doing your own original stuff, I don't care what genre it is, send it in, and let's try to get it on the Weird Whatever podcast. Weirdos, make sure you have a great weekend. We love you all, and
Bigfoot is real.
This is Surfer Blood, and their song is called Floating Vibes. Enjoy the weekend, everybody.
resolve. You could seal it in an envelope, tuck it away in your safe, but you can't take it to the bank, and you can't take it